Hi, welcome back. Thank you for stopping in today. If this is your first time, I hope you like it, and thank you for clicking on the video. So today I'm going to go over the 5 best upgrades for your Predator, and this is of course in my opinion, so let's begin. First one being a hour meter slash tachometer, and when your engine's running that shows your RPMs. The reason I think that's one of the best upgrades is your RPMs on your engine. If you know much about Predators, you know it's governed to about 3,600. But when I show you the next upgrade, you're going to realize why this is important to kind of watch, because the flywheel and the rod can have issues if you don't upgrade those, and that's about $100 a piece. So it's nice to keep an eye on the RPMs and also the hours for oil changes. So the next upgrade is completely free. And that would be this spring right here is stretched. It got snagged on, ignore that. But moving this spring to this second hole right here, moving this spring, this is the factory hole, but moving it into this hole allows you to run about 5,000 RPMs. So you're going to get a lot more top speed for free. And that's not going to hurt anything. The valves float at 5,000. And I've never seen 5,000 with this. I've seen about 4,900. So it's not even going to let you go past 5 because the valves float. So you're not really going to have to worry about the rod and flywheel anyway. But it's nice to watch that tach just to make sure you don't exceed 5,000. Because you don't want to sit on valve float for a long time. And every governor and spring is going to vary, so you could see over 5,000 with that, but it's not likely. And that's free. And combined with that upgrade, this screw right here with a spring on it limits your throttle travel. So I also backed mine all the way out, which now allows that throttle to open all the way up. Whereas before, it only went to about there, and I didn't get that last little bit. So that's just a free upgrade that definitely helps. And I will put links to all these upgrades in the description. And the next one, this was the biggest gain, would be the torque converter that I got. And this is off of eBay. It was $65. It's actually a CVT, continuously variable transmission, but everybody on mini bike pages seems to call it a torque converter, even though it's not at all what a torque converter is. So I'll just call it that for this purpose. And this was a $65 one on eBay. It was like the cheapest one. All you need to know when you look it up, I'm not going to put a link for this because eBay auctions end every week. But you can go on eBay and search like 3/4 inch shaft torque converter, and that's what will pop right up. It's for a Predator, and it'll work. And what I did, the Chinese belt that comes on the $65 torque converter isn't good. I'm kind of heavy. I'm about 275 pounds. So after riding for about a week, wide open throttle most of the time, probably half hour a day on average, or maybe an hour some days, I shredded the belt. So I went to my local motorcycle shop and I bought this Comet belt. There's the part number, but it's like a 27-inch belt, I want to say. You can bring in your stock one to compare it, or just buy the Comet Tav 2 belt online. But that belt helped immensely. This factory belt I think was slipping or something, I don't know, because it felt faster than ever when I went with that belt. And that belt was $35, almost half the price. Well, actually a little more than half the price of the whole torque converter. But I haven't broken it since, and it's been almost 4 hours on it of constant wide open throttle and racing. So the next upgrade, and I'm not going to count the free upgrade in the top 5, so the next upgrade is number 3. And that is going to be Nitrous. So I just have it zip tied on. I unscrewed the button. It unscrews out of here just because I didn't want to accidentally press it or whatever when I'm not riding. But it's just this clear hose right here. It's that clear hose, and then I have it ran under the motor, and I just have it put into my intake. And now that we're at the intake, that leads us to the next mod, which is number 4 we're on right now. Technically 5, but 4 mods that you have to buy. The other one is free. So this is a hop-up kit off Go Power Sports. It's just an adapter and an air filter. But my foot pegs are right here, and I kept hitting my knee and stuff. So I just bought a Fernco from the hardware store, PVC pipe, and I extended the air filter around. That's not part of the mod. This does nothing for performance. It's just my personal preference, what I had to do. And this little breather does nothing for performance either. I just thought it looked cool, and I got a good deal on it. You can just run this hose off of here and down the frame or whatever for your breather. Clear that up on the breather. That's not part of the kit. But that kit that you see with the air filter and that adapter also comes with an emulsion tube and a jet, which you're going to need. So you want to install all that. It's extremely easy to install the jet. There's tons of videos on it. Redbeard's Garage has one. If you want me to, I can show you how to do it. Just comment and ask me to make a video and I'll do it. So the last upgrade is kind of 2 parts. It's a header and a muffler. And I actually had to cut and weld my header because it didn't, right here, cut and about that much out of it and turn it because it was supposed to come out under the seat and it didn't. I don't know if it got bent during shipping or if my motor's farther over than normal or what, but it didn't fit at all before. Not even close. It was hitting the pipe. And I had just a regular header on there before, and it felt like I didn't have much power. And as soon as I went with this header with the muffler, it was night and day difference. The muffler definitely helps. I guess these little engines like a lot of back pressure, I don't know. But I had to raise the engine up to install the torque converter, so the factory Predator exhaust wouldn't fit because of the clearance. So I had just a header that my friend had off of his mini bike. It's pretty ghetto looking. I'll see if I can find it over here in my garage. It was on my friend's bike when he bought it. Yep, right here. It was literally a trap to a sink, booger welded to a factory Predator flange that was cut off. And then I smashed the end down with a hammer because there's no back pressure and it ran like garbage, and that actually helped. And I just ran that until my exhaust came because it took forever. It got lost during shipping like typical post office. And some honorable mentions. These don't help with performance in any way. But I added this tank off of eBay. I bought it. It's nice because it's got a fuel shut off right here, so I can shut the gas off separate from the tank. And that helps because if I want to change the jet on my carb, it's not just pouring fuel out the whole time. And also, this is a fender for a mountain bike. I bought it off Amazon. I'll link it. I just put the Go Power Sports sticker on there because it was kind of boring. And this isn't from Go Power Sports. But going back to the Nitrous, because I just realized I didn't really cover much on it. You hit this button right here, and it's a little cartridge, and it goes into the engine. And it doesn't do a whole lot, but you feel it and hear it. So if you're racing someone and it's neck and neck and you hit that, you will beat them once you hit that. The Nitrous would be the least desirable upgrade to me out of all these, but it's still fun to have. It's got a cool novelty factor. And with these upgrades as it sits, with my gearing, which is a 60-tooth sprocket on the rear, and then the torque converter, whatever size sprockets on that, I honestly didn't even count it. They're all the same on the torque converters. But I used a GPS app on my phone, and I hit 52 miles an hour was my top speed. And that's not with me hitting my full RPMs, because the torque converter is shifting into overdrive too early. And I actually changed the spring in it today, so I'm gonna do a test run and see what kind of top speed I can get with that. It's gonna engage the secondary a lot later, so I can get up to speed faster before it shifts into overdrive. So I should be able to hit a higher top speed, because right now I'm running out of space. I'm hitting about 52 miles an hour at 4,600 RPMs. And my motor, if I put it up on a bench with the wheel off the ground, will go to about 49. So I should be able to hit probably 58. But stock, I can only go like 25 with the way it was geared. And my acceleration is better now with the torque converter than stock. And I basically doubled my speed. So it's a win-win. My friend Eli, his bike doesn't have a torque converter, and he weighs like 100 pounds less than I do. And he could just destroy me any speed, any kind of race, anything before. But now I have a faster top speed and our acceleration is about the same. And if he went and put like a Mikuni carb on his or something, his bike would probably be faster than mine, just based on our weights. But if you're riding with someone that weighs the same amount as you, and you put the CVT on yours, which is a torque converter, you will not even see them if you guys race. You will be gone. It's amazing what the difference will do. It's massive. Plus, in the long run, it's cheaper than a clutch, because even if you got to buy a $35 belt once a year, if that, that's a lot cheaper than clutches wearing out. So, thank you for watching. Go ahead, subscribe if you like what you see. I'm going to do a lot of car videos, LSC10, car meets, all kinds of stuff like that, not just mini bikes. So if you like the mini bikes, there'll be a lot more mini stuff. If you don't, there'll be a lot of car stuff. Thank you. Have a good day. I'll see you on the next one.